comment when you're ready, and then we will take questions.
Well, first of all, I just want to give God the glory for this team, this season, the opportunity. I serve an incredible Lord, and today was very special with these young ladies, my family, with my Mississippi State family. Just a great atmosphere. All our fans that were here today, the atmosphere they provided, these young ladies. Texas A&M is a fine basketball team. Obviously well coached, very concerned coming in. I thought we were just really spectacular today with how we tried to defend. I thought we came out of the blocks well. First quarter, you know, we came out pretty well. We came out in the third quarter pretty well offensively, but I just can't say enough about these kids. These kids have been, they have committed themselves to the process. I've tried to coach and teach them to enjoy the process, embrace it, embrace the grind. Living in this league is nothing but a grind. You are going against the best coaches in the country. You're going against the best players in the country, night in and night out. And these kids have answered the bell every single night. And then on top of that, we put together a non-conference schedule that was even, you know, it was pretty demanding. But to be able to do it tonight, y'all, in front of our fans, in front of our family, our Mississippi State family, very, very special. 4 years ago, Victoria and Mo came here, and all they had was a vision that some coaches had. It's all they could believe in. They had nothing to hang their hat on other than what a coach was telling them that they could possibly do if they came here, committed themselves to a process and committed themselves to a discipline. And they've done it. We were blessed to be able to add Rowe in the mix 2 years ago. And you throw Blair in. Those four seniors have paid the price, along with the rest of this team. This entire team pays the price every day. And today, again, to be able to do it in front of our fans, it just doesn't get any better than that, y'all. It's very, very special. And I'm just so happy for my players, my staff. You have no idea how hard my staff works along with these players. And again, to win a Southeastern Conference championship, it's just, it takes something very special from each of them, and I'm really proud of them.
Questions?
Coach, the first 308, 11-0, is that as good as you can play?
Well, we made shots. We got it going in transition. I think Torrey made one or two. Mo got to the rim, and you know, but that sometimes can be the kiss of death. You start shooting threes and making them. And that's kind of what happened in the second quarter. We got real stagnant, got real satisfied shooting a bunch of jump shots instead of getting the ball in the rim. But that first 3 minutes is pretty special. Boy, got the place rocking in a hurry and loud. And again, proud of our kids for coming out ready to play. Executing, running some pretty good set plays early. Offensively and then defensively, really being hooked up and not letting them do some things that they wanted to do.
Coach, you mentioned, I mean, you sat in this room 6 years ago and talked about building a championship program, and you got Victoria to stay home. How does it feel to deliver on that promise?
Well, Victoria just gave us so much credibility, you know, when she decided to come here and have a player of her stature, you know, believe in a vision, believe in a process, and then, hey, she's been a part of the process. I mean, the kid works. She don't take any days off. She's had all kinds of nicks. She's had a couple, you know, surgery. She's dealt with it all, and she does nothing but compete every day, all day. Doesn't have too many problems. Doesn't have too many I'm sore todays or I don't want to work todays. She really is in the process most days, and I think that people like her and Dominique, those people that bring it every day and don't have bad days in practice, it just permeates through your team. And so, and that's what the great ones do. hey, if you're going to be a great player, you bring everybody up around you. And I think Tori's really, again, been a big part of that.
Morgan, can you address the first 3 minutes? You ripped that one from Danny and went back the other way. How much do you think that first 3 minutes really set the tone for what you guys did?
I feel like we just punch first, and that's our goal, is punch first every time and stay on to the end of the game. And still, I mean, she was a lefty. I knew she was going to go left, so I just tried to stay on that hand so she wouldn't get an easy layup, and she ended up giving it to me. And I ended up taking it to the other end, but for point guard, I got to set the tone on defense as well as offense, so that's what I did.
Morgan, there was a moment late in the game where the crowd was chanting SEC, SEC, and it was almost like you didn't even hear it because you just went straight to the basket and scored. Just what does it mean to have that mindset where, you know, this championship's nice, but the ultimate goal is still there?
Like I said, one game at a time. We finished today one game at a time and end up, you know, being the SEC, but we still got games left, so I'm just worried one game at a time and everything else will take care of itself.
Victoria, what was it like to play in the streamers when they were popped? You and Tiara kind of jumped in there. It was like snow and you were jumping.
You know, it's always get thrown in our face, but it's not ours. So it's just finally ours. So we just tried to enjoy the moment.
After being here 4 years and hearing what Coach said about your coming here gave people trust that there was something going to be built here. Have you thought about that over the years, or what's the significance for you being, you know, a state product and being so well known in the state and everybody coming to get you, but you stay home?
I don't think about it much, but like me and the seniors, we'll talk about it like, dang, we came here and we doing something like this. Like we'd be like surprised at the time, but then again, we trusted in our coach and we believed in what he said, so he got it done.
Roshunda, can you enjoy this yet, or because you've still got goals to achieve, do you have to kind of put that on hold for a while?
I think we can enjoy the moment, but our overall goal is not finished, so we can't enjoy it too much. We got to get back to practice and do what we do best and keep working because we're not finished.
Bro, can you talk about the challenge of guarding a really good shooter in Danny today and really, what she only had, what, 1 or 2 points? One point?
1 point.
What that challenge was like for you to defend her?
I mean, it was hard, but I rely on my defense a lot, so I'm always focused on the defensive end more than the offensive end, and I let it come to me on the offensive end. So, I mean, it's challenging. She's a good player, and I mean, I feel like I played pretty good defense tonight, and that was my focus, not letting her get hot. So.
Victoria, can you talk about your overall game? You had 26 points, you had 12 rebounds as well. Is this one of your best overall games?
I wouldn't say best, but I wasn't focused on rebounding. I was just focusing on blocking Ariel out. She still got 10 rebounds, but my focus was blocking her out, and I feel like if I'm blocking her out, the ball will bounce, and I'm going to get it, or my teammate's going to get it. So I feel like just playing hard on her helped me get my rebounds.
Coach, you talked about the significance of how well the 3 that you have up there and then the other ones played together. The fact that you have 5 in double figures, 2 of them with double-doubles, Morgan has 7 assists. Does that just speak to what this team is about, fittingly on a day where you clinch it outright?
It does. I mean, you look at Tiara Blair, they go 37 and 40. Rowe goes 37. Victoria went 33. She'd have gone 40 if she hadn't been in foul trouble. Morgan went 31. She typically doesn't go 31. But you look at those 5, and then you look at how we play. Full court, baseline to baseline. And these kids never get tired. And they are the Energizer Bunny. And they're just constantly fully powered. And, you know, that's how they're built. You know, that's how we've tried to build our program with that kind of mindset, that we're just tougher than everybody. And, you know, we don't like it when we get out toughed. And that's happened on occasion, but it ain't happened very often. And I'm just so proud of their toughness, their competitive spirit. You just don't do this, y'all, without special kids. You don't. It don't happen. It just doesn't happen without a special team with some special young ladies that understand and embrace the process. It's not always great every day. It's not always a great practice every day. We don't have too many even great shoot-arounds. But when the lights come on, especially our veterans, they understand what's coming down the pipe, and they get it. And but how could you not with that crowd? I mean, if you got a pulse, if you care anything at all about what you do, who you represent, whether it's your parents, the name on the front of your jersey, whoever it is, how can you not want to go out there and absolutely lay it on the line? I mean, that's the beauty of our fan base and Mississippi State. You can't help but want to go out there and lay it on the line. You can't help but want to dive on the floor after loose balls. You can't help but want to play hard. And I just think these kids have they've embraced these fans. The fans have embraced them. They're the people's team. And it's just a really special, unique situation.
Victoria, I know there's a lot of season left, obviously, and you got things to think about, but this being not just the first championship for the program, but for any women's program in Mississippi State history, what does that mean to you? I know you haven't had much time to think about it, but.
It means a lot. I'm grateful for the opportunity, and I couldn't do it without my teammates and the coaches. Yeah, so, yeah.
Ro, when you hit those 2 threes in the first quarter and forced Coach Blair to call timeout, the place was electric. It was just alive. Do you remember what that feeling was at that point? And I know you probably think ahead that this is going to be the day we do it outright, but did you have that feeling right at that moment that the place was just buzzing?
I mean, yeah, it felt good, but I couldn't celebrate because it was only like 4 minutes into the game. Still had a whole 3 more quarters left. But, I mean, it was good, felt good. Made him call a timeout, and we went over to the bench. Everybody was excited. That felt good.
Coach, how do you feel about your team's defense when you hold a really good offensive team to below, 30% in the last 2 quarters?
Yeah, again, you just don't do that without playing your guts out. I mean, without just having some toughness and competitive spirit and understanding. I mean, that's the beauty of this team is we have 6, 7 juniors and seniors that they've been to the wars. They understand scouting reports. They understand personnel, and you know, but to be able to do that against that team is really, really hard to do. I mean, Coach he's such an offensive genius, and you know, I go into a game like that wondering what's he going to pull out of his back pocket that I'm not ready for. I mean, I've been worried about it for 3 days because I just know him. I mean, I don't think there's anybody in the game that sees the game better, especially from an offensive standpoint, than he does. And I've been coaching against the Ghosts for 3 days. I've gone back and looked at film from even non-conference just to make sure. I mean, Johnny's in there with me today. We're right up to shower time, you know, trying to make sure we don't miss anything. And so, you know, again, it takes a tremendous effort, a tremendous focus, commitment, and these kids absolutely had it today.
Coach, I know it's been mentioned before, but you said it last year after the loss to Carolina in the title game that you wanted to be the one before when the streamers and the confetti came down. Now that that happened, what sort of was going through your mind when you finally saw it in the air and that was for you?
Yeah, you know, it's sometimes you have to go through some really hard times, you know, really disappointing times. And I've been really disappointed at times for my kids and my staff. I know how hard they work, and it just wasn't our time. And sometimes the good Lord puts you through those times to get you ready for something bigger and better. And today was bigger and better, my friend. Really special. And to be able to do it again in front of our families and our friends and our fans, I couldn't be happier for our players. Again, I know how hard they work. I know the blood, sweat, and tears that they've poured into this, and as well as my staff. So that's the things that I'm thinking about when that happens is finally our kids aren't in a locker room and we're not listening to somebody scream on the floor. It's us.
Morgan, on a day did you clinch it outright, the fact that you have 5 in double figures, 2 double-doubles, and you have 7 assists? Does that just epitomize what this team is about this year, to have that trophy on the table there?
Yeah, I guess so. Double figures or not, I'm just glad we got the win. And we got it here in the hump. I'm proud of my assists. I had 3 turnovers though, so had to make up for it at the end with shooting threes. She was pretty mad about it, but you know, I'm just glad we did it here in the hump. You know, we had to redeem ourselves.
Victoria, some of your contemporaries, when you signed out of high school, elected to go out of state, and some of them weren't even making NCAA tournament appearance, and you're hanging banners and cutting nets here. So why was Mississippi State the right place for you?
Because it's home. I mean, I've been coming here since the 8th grade. I mean, why choose somewhere else? And I was comfortable here. And then coach, hate to put the icing on the cake.
All right, thank you, ladies.